Hi, Kelly Cypher Guy here. I'm just using this intro to tell you that these are my opinions and my views on this. Not to take it hardly, and that's it. Crash Bandicoot played a huge role in my life and probably others, but I want to talk about his past and hopeful future. For me personally, I occasionally played Crash Bandicoot 1996. Played it a bit, could never finish it. Then the next year for Christmas, Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back 1997 came out. And I stopped playing 1 and started on 2 and played till I won. Then Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped 1998 came out and I couldn't get enough of it. Then Crash Team Racing in 1999, which in my opinion is probably the best kart racing game ever. Lastly, for the PS1 era of Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bash. Arguably more fun and more rage-inducing than one of any of the Mario parties. And that was in 2000, by the way. Plus, it's got an adventure mode thing. I think it was way ahead of its time, in my opinion. I just remember playing Crash Bash a bunch, fighting off people, playing as Dingodile, because Dingodile was my favorite character. Crash Bandicoot 1 was fun. I played the boulder level a bunch, but like I said, I never beat it. Crash Bandicoot 2 was the only game I ever beat back in that day. I even beat Warped. But man, did I love Warped because it introduced Dingodile, and Dingodile is one of my favorite characters. Then for the PS2 era, I played Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex, 2001. Then Sonic Adventure took over, and when I came back, I thought Crash Bandicoot disappeared, which saddened me. Then freshman year of high school, I got a PSP, was searching for some games, and found the original trilogy, and also found out Crash didn't die, but I started backwards, but never played Crash Mind Over Mutant 2008 to this day. I started with Crash of the Titans, which was my very first game ever after playing Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex 2007. I loved it, aside from some of the redesigns, obviously like Tiny's and the personalities, once again like Tiny's. But I loved it nonetheless. I thought it was a really nice, cool design for Crash, in my opinion. I thought it was a very mature version of Crash, because he had tattoos, he was more of like a teenager. I thought it was really cool, me personally. Then I played Crash Tag Team Racing 2005 and Crash Nitro Kart 2003, and those were loads fun. I preferred Crash Team Racing 2005 because it was like Crash Team Racing with better graphics, and then also Crash Bandicoot 2, I want to say, kind of, in a way, with the worlds and the adventure mode where you were just Crash. That was pretty cool. Although I will say Crash Nitro Kart had Dingodile, who's like my favorite character, so that kind of pushed me towards Crash Nitro Kart. But Tag Team Racing overall was way better, in my opinion. Then I played one of my favorite PS2 Crash Bandicoot games, the one that gets the most hate and the most love at the same time, Crash Twinsanity 2004. And it shocked me that most hated it. I thought it was an amazing game, but then again, I'm not amongst those who just hate change in video games. Yes, I played a couple of handheld Crash Bandicoot games, but I wasn't a fan, really. Now for the future of Crash Bandicoot, that's all up to us fans. This, in my opinion, is a test run we are getting with Crash Bandicoot and Skylanders, and the trilogy remaster / remakes, whatever they're going to be. Crash being put in Skylanders for new generation kids will be introduced to our Bandicoot hero for us Bandicoot veterans. Kids in the 1990s, I mean, also some other people. I know some people that weren't in the 90s that actually like Crash Bandicoot. Also, briefly, I just want to say why the hate on Crash's design on Skylanders. It's very loyal to the original design, to the trilogy design, the Twinsanity design, and a bit of Mind Over Mutant and Crash of the Titans design with the little furry muzzle, I want to say. And I think it was a perfect hybrid, but I guess that's just me and a couple others. I know a couple others that like it. As for the remakes / remasters, not a lot of people know but it's the original trilogy that made, Crash bigger than Mario. Mario, for fuck's sake. Crash was bigger than Mario at that time. I still have no idea why Naughty Dog just dropped Crash. I feel like they could have done so much more, and in my opinion, I'm not a fan of the Uncharted games. I've been recently playing because my sister got it, and it's boring to me. It's really slow. It's not very well paced, in my opinion. But once again, these are just my opinions. But I'm getting off topic. All I'm saying, it's up to us to keep Crash Bandicoot alive. And, well, take Sonic fans, for example. He's had pretty lackluster games, but the fans never gave up on him, which shows how powerful a fan base is, even though they didn't agree on what they want. But that's a different topic on its own. Another video, another day. So support Crash Bandicoot even if you aren't getting what you want now. If sales go well, maybe we will actually get a real new game. Also, think about it. His best buddy, Spyro, kind of died after Skylanders, but this might bring him back if we show that we want to bring platforming back. And that's, I don't know, that's just what I'm thinking. I think it'd be really cool to have Crash Bandicoot come back, and then Spyro to come back, and it'd be just like the 90s. Oh, it'd be so awesome. If we support it, I feel like we're going to get a game. I really do. Basically, don't give up on the Bandicoot unless you really want him to die, in which case you're a monster to me. I'm sorry, but you're just a monster. That's my opinion, but you're a monster. Just don't give up, but if you do, don't give us all that bullshit of bring the Bandicoot back, because this is his last chance. Be like Jeremiah Isaiah. Never give up on Crash. Lastly, if you're a Crash fan, share with all your friends. Don't give up on the Bandicoot, please. Let's keep Crash Bandicoot alive. Thank you.